and welcome to our look at the upcoming May 25th trading week in the binary markets. Monday is chock full of holidays, so quite frankly, Monday is going to be a very illiquid day. Probably avoid most trading during that session. There isn't much in the way of economic announcements to move the market, so quite frankly, there'll be some technical setups, but that's about it. Tuesday gets the week going with core durable goods coming out of the United States. Expect that to come out at zero point 0.4 if week month over month, and then some of the X defense, etc., will be a little bit different. But the core durable goods will be the ones that you're paying attention to. On top of that, we have consumer confidence, which will move the stock market. Core durable goods, of course, will move the dollar and the stock markets in the United States. Wednesday is a little bit light on meaningful data. We have interest rate decision out of Canada. That, of course, moves the Canadian dollar. Beyond that, probably doesn't affect much. GDP coming out on Thursday out of the United Kingdom. That, of course, will move the FTSE and the pound. And later in the day, we have pending home sales. Might move the stock market if it's stronger than anticipated in the United States. And then finally, Friday, we have GDP coming out of Great Britain and GDP coming out of the United States later in the day. So really a pretty packed full day on Friday. And with that, let's take a look at some charts. Looking at the S&P 500, you can see we have climbed steadily over the last several months, and really at this point in time, we have broken out to the upside. No reason whatsoever to short this market or buy puts. We are buyers of calls. We fully anticipate seeing the S&P 500 continue to march in a 45-degree angle. We like the S&P 500. We believe that buying calls is the only thing that you can do. The British pound did us a disservice this last week as we dropped to basically 1.55. This is an area of significant breakout. So now the question is, can we get below 1.54? If we do, then it's time to start selling again as the US dollar will strengthen. So we'd be buyers of puts. However, if we get a supportive action or candles in this general vicinity, we'd be buyers of calls, that is, heading to the 1.58 level as we would continue to consolidate in the larger scheme of things. Either way, the British pound is going to have to make a decision, and 154 will be crucial. Gold markets continue to kind of bounce around between 180 or so and 1220. You can see that that's basically where we've been. It looks like we're going to drop a bit here. 1200 should be somewhat supportive. We look at supportive candles below as call buying opportunities. Don't necessarily like the idea of buying puts. We think we're trying to put in a bit of a base here, just haven't really taken off to the upside yet. And with that, we are done looking at the upcoming May 25th trading week in the binary options markets.